Hello YouTube, LJ Draco here. Yes, I thought I would do the second part of my top 10 3D movies you must purchase. Two. Sorry, I recorded this video a minute ago. I recorded the first 5 minutes. But then I didn't know if I had mentioned any of the movies I'd mentioned in the previous 10, so I paused it to recheck, and then when I went to go press resume record, it accidentally stopped the recording. So I couldn't exactly finish. So I had to start again. I know I could have just carried on and edited it together, but never mind. Anyway, so I didn't mention these ones. So here we go. At number 10, we have DreamWorks Megamind. Megamind is a great fun movie, and I think DreamWorks did hit it definitely on the head of the nail with the 3D. Even though it's widescreen, they gave it purpose, they gave it meaning. It just went incredible. If you haven't seen Megamind in standard, I reckon you do go and watch it. It's a fun movie. But if you've got a 3D TV and you do enjoy some of DreamWorks movies, Megamind is definitely one of the best ones to get. Then at number 9, we have another DreamWorks amazing 3D movie, and that is Monsters vs. Aliens. Yet again, it's exactly the same as Megamind. I think it has slightly better 3D, but it's still incredible. Yet again, it's also a really fun movie. If you haven't seen it, go and see it. If you have seen it, but you've got a 3D TV and you really want a good DreamWorks 3D movie to get, Monsters vs. Aliens is definitely one of them. Then at number 8, we have GForce. GForce was an unexpected surprise. I thought it was going to be naff. The most politest way possible. I thought it was going to be really naff. But actually, it turned out GForce surprised the hell out of me and my partner. We were both sitting there. She jumped, I jumped, because we didn't expect it to be as interesting as it was. So we're glad that definitely was as good as it got. Check that one out if you can. And number 7, we have Doctor Who, The Day of the Doctor. Yet again, another surprise. I thought, oh, Doctor Who, it's a series instead of a film. There's no way they're going to make this any more interesting as Avatar or something. And then we put it in the player. And incredible, really good. If you're a big fan of Doctor Who and you have a 3D TV, check it out. You'll see what I mean. Right, so at number 6 we have The Walk. As I said in my video yesterday, The Walk is an incredible 3D movie, incredible movie based on a true story. Anyway, just absolutely amazing, phenomenal, great scenes. A lot of great moments. Definitely a fun, enjoyable watching movie. Plus, it's actually got a hidden meaning to people who put themselves down. It shows what you can accomplish even when you're tearing yourself apart. Just take time to stop and think, and things will be okay. Then at number 5, there are technically 2 movies, but they're classed as one. And it is the TMNT remakes. So that's the first one that came out in 2014. And Out of the Shadows that came out this year. Both, for me, incredible movies. Really fun, really enjoyable. The 3D for widescreen is absolutely amazing. Probably the best widescreen 3D I've seen in my life for both those movies. Obviously, the originals are better by a long shot. But I am a big fan of these 2 remakes. I think they were quite incredible. They did have interesting stories. Was it overuse of CGI? Of course it was. What Michael Bay movie isn't over-the-top 3D or over-the-top animation CGI? But, you know, I actually liked it more than Transformers, and I used to be a big fan of Transformers, of the movies. Okay, so that's number 5. Number 4, we got Zootopia. Zootopia is what's actually made me appreciate more of in-depth 3D than just in-depth and pop-out. Because I said usually I'm a 50-50 person. I like it to be dead on equal on the spot. It needs to have exactly the same amount of pop-out as it does in-depth. So stuff like Avatar, Pacific Rim and all that stuff. It's got to have that kind of 3D level. But Zootopia showed me that a movie with such great colour and great imagery and scenery can look just as good in-depth 3D than it could if it was in pop-out 3D. And I quite enjoyed that. I like how that gave me that realization. And number 3, we have XMen Apocalypse. By far, it's the best 3D X-Men I've seen. out of the three that actually exist, it's definitely the best 3D X-Men movie to be released. It's definitely got more noticeable 3D than the Wolverine, and there was no real 3D for Days of Future Past. So I'm glad that XMen Apocalypse proved that there was something there to come back from. Plus, I really love that movie. I really enjoy Apocalypse. Fun, exciting movie. I said they could have done more of Oscar Isaacs, but not much else I could ask for, really. Then at number 2, we hit Wizard of Oz. As I said in the video yesterday, only reason why that's making it top 10 is because for a conversion, the conversion is brilliant. Conversions sometimes don't go that well. I mean, for me, I'm going to say this now. I want to be as truthful as possible. I had Predator 3D. If you check some of my older videos, you'll see that I purchased Predator 3D. Now, the beginning bit where the spaceship's going through space, I loved it. I was like, wow, this is really, really good. But then, halfway towards the movie, when they're running through the jungle, it's like the 3D just stopped. I don't know if this is just me, but 17 other people I know who own 3D TVs, people that I've become friends with over a Facebook chat group over the past 2 years, have all said, nah, Predator 3D was a big letdown halfway through. That the beginning looks so intriguing, and then they take it away from you afterwards. And they started realizing it from when all the people get in the helicopter. I noticed it just after that point. I thought the helicopter bit was okay. But apparently to them, no. These 17 other people said, nah. The helicopter scene is where you realise it's all just gone. So, not all conversions do well, but Wizard of Oz definitely showed that it had that great original feel to it with a twist of modernization. So I'm really happy about that. Ooh, sorry. And then number 1 is probably the best conversion 3D movie to exist. I mentioned this a couple of times, and I'm going to keep mentioning this one as well, because until someone watches this and confirms and agrees with me, ain't much else I can say. And it is Creature from the Black Lagoon. Yes! Whew! I'm sorry, but that was actually the biggest surprise 3D movie I've seen. Like, I literally spat out a part of my tea because I didn't expect it to be so fucking amazing. I mean, when I buy 3D movies, I always put my hopes into practically every single 3D movie that actually comes out. Like, so stuff like Ant-Man, Pacific Rim, all the Marvel kind of movies. I'll turn around and go, oh, well, it's got to be great 3D because, you know, the movie's great. Because the scene's all great and stuff like that. I always say stuff like that to myself. So I always come out with high hopes, and then it turns out the 3D is not always that great, and I get broken down. So someone turned around to me and goes, if you like 3D movies, check out Creature from the Black Lagoon. And I said, why? And he said, just watch it. Tell me what you think. And I was like, oh, why? Is it bad? And I went, no, just watch it. Comment back on this post when you've watched it and tell me what you think. So I've put it in. You got me and my missus sitting out like on our old sofa together. It was in the dark room, full on, no lights, just the TV. And I think it starts off with that cloudy moon. I think it was the cloudy moon or the cloudy sky. And next you know, it like fades out. I was like, okay, the smoke looks pretty cool, and the moon, you can see the moon's behind the clouds, so that's really awesome. Next you know, it shows that rock, and you see like the webbed hand. And as the screen starts closing in, the hand crawls out of the screen. I've just gone like, what the my missus jumped because she wasn't expecting it to be that good. So she got scared, and we were both sitting there laughing because we didn't. And then we watched the whole thing, and even the black and white under the water scenes look incredible, and you can't even notice that they're underwater. But it looks so amazing. The best way to explain it is it's got House of Magic 3D, but in black and white. So imagine the House of Magic in black and white, and that's what Creature from the Black Lagoon is. That's how incredible that conversion is. So that's the top 10 part 2. These are just 10 other great movies. I said there are some more that I'm going to give some honourable mentions because it is New Year, so I'm going to give some honourable mentions, okay? There isn't many that didn't make the list, but there's a couple. So, one is obviously Beowulf. Beowulf is just a beautiful 3D movie. Widescreen, so the 3D is lacking because, you know, something like that you'd expect to see in full screen to get the full immersive detail. But it did its job for a widescreen. It's still noticeable. It's still great, fun, and exciting. There's also Suicide Squad and Batman v Superman. Great widescreen 3D movies. The 3D is quite good for both. That's pretty much the only honourable mentions I was going to give towards. I'm sorry. I'm very weird. I'm recording so many videos. It's unbelievable. But yeah, that is the end of this video. If you enjoyed this video and previous videos that I do, please show your support by clicking that subscribe button down below. And don't forget to strike the like for future videos. And I shall see you next time.